remind the board that we have whole board training, and it's mandatory each year for 2 hours that we meet together and we're trained, and that's Wednesday, March the 15th at the board office in the conference room from 2 to 4, and we are training on Boardmanship 101. So I'll remind y'all when that gets closer. So at this point of my report, I'm going to turn it over to the principals and the assistant principals from each school as they recognize their teacher and support person of the year. Whoever would like to go first, you have the floor.
We have our support staff member of the year is not here tonight, but it was Miss Sheila Lucy. She keeps us running at our school, and we are, so thankful that we have her. And our teacher of the year it was Miss Linda Anderson. She has been working with us 3 years now. This is your third, and has been a blessing to our students after everything that her and her family have been through. She comes to work every day with a smile on her face and wants what is best for children every single day. So we are so thankful that you are ours. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you.
And Ms. Anderson, you can hang that on your door so that your principal won't move you again.
That's what I said. I just need a
Moved every
movable
year.
classroom. Just put it in a cart and go
She has
everywhere.
been very, very
wheels,
flexible. She has changed rooms every single year that she's been there.
And to opposite sides of the
Building
building.
up and down the hill, right. Middle school, y'all next.
We have two support person, Mr. Howard. He's not here. His daughter had a softball game, so he wanted to be there in support of her. But we want to say that we're proud of him. Glad to have someone on the staff who shares the philosophy that cleanliness is equally as important as the academics of students, and we certainly want to salute him for that. Okay. Our teacher of the year, Thomasville Middle School teacher of the year, is Miss Sandra Schamberger, and I don't think I've met a teacher in a long time that teach with quite as much passion and who is really, really, I focus emphasis on serious about teaching those kids. I think they work with her well, and she's going to look out for what's best for those kids, and that I love. We don't have that often with teachers. So Thomasville Middle School teacher of the year, Ms. Sandra Schamberger.
Let's go over here and get a picture right in front of
She's
you.
working, so we had to remind her at 4 o'clock that she had this.
Thank you.
At the high school this year, our staff member of the month was voted unanimously to be Sergeant McNair. Sergeant McNair brings so much to our school system. He not only protects us, but he keeps us entertained. I would like to tell a little story. I thought it would be a good idea to make a big deal out of our of the year nominees and recipients. So I thought, let's get one of the drummers to come in and drum all the way down the hall to Sergeant McNair's office. Well, he didn't think that that was a great idea because he came out with his hand on his gun. So I learned a valuable lesson that day. He's always about business, even though he does keep us entertained. But we're very proud of him and glad to offer this award.
You got a plaque.
Absolutely. And so Thomasville High School Teacher of the Year, while she's been with us for 10 years, she's more than a teacher. She's a teacher department chair. Graduation guru, pretty much helps out in every area that we need. She's a former yearbook sponsor, and she's part of our leadership team, and she has been a blessing to me as a new principal coming in last year, and a vital part of our team. All of the accolades that were mentioned by both previous principals hit Ms. Sparks up dramatically and above. Again, only 10 years in, I've been in it 25 plus years. She's one of the most remarkable, caring individuals as far as students, not just her seniors, but all students. She's got genuine care and desire to be with kids, and it's what you want as a principal to have in your classroom. And so we're very proud to honor our teacher of the year, Ms. Catherine Sparks. Trying not to hold her husband.
And I'm about to yell at a kid.
Congratulations to all of you. It is an honor, especially when you're honored by being voted on by your peers. I want to invite all of you to stay following the conclusion of the board meeting. We have a reception set up in Ms. Parker's office. I need to thank a lot of people. Ms. Knight is the central office person in charge of Teacher of the Year. The state runs everything through her. That's what the curriculum director is in charge of. And then some people said, you know, we can eat again with people and we can visit, so let's have a reception like we used to. So she got the parent liaisons, and they are wonderful to help us with anything. And so then we have a guru on staff that is on the side. She caters, and so we wanted some of her good food, and they contacted her and said, Kate has catered the event for us. So please go in and visit with the Teachers of the Year and eat before you go home. And that concludes my report. So new business. You have a copy in your packet. It was laying in front of you because it was updated early this morning of the personnel action sheet. If you have a minute to look over that and see those. A, we have 2 resignations. And B, we have 3 new hires. And then C, we are going to employ a maintenance person in a supplemental position. Any questions about that before we approve? Okay, well, I will ask if you will approve the personnel action sheet, letters A, B, and C.
You heard the recommendation from the superintendent. Can I get a move?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. That vote is carried unanimously.
Okay, the next thing on our agenda is the calendar. I will also have a lot of people to thank, and I want you guys on the board to know how the calendar is created. And we're a month ahead. We usually do this in March, and I asked Ms. Pugh if it was okay if we did it earlier so that people can make plans and they know the first day of school, they know the breaks, and they can make plans for their families. And she said, of course, we could do it this month, and some schools do. So we have a calendar committee, and it's 2 faculty members from each school, and I'm going to tell you who they were. The high school was Mr. Clint Anderson and Miss Sparks, and the middle school was Mr. Elam and Miss Bowler, and the elementary school was Miss Doggett and Miss Williams. And they come over to central office, and all I basically do is tell them the rules of what you can and can't do in a calendar. And then they sit for quite a while and discuss things, and then they're charged to go out to their staff and give input. They have a certain number of days, and then they have to submit a calendar per school. So that's why your calendar says calendar 2 at the top. I erased what school it came from, but TES, TMS, and THS all submit a calendar. Then we make a packet, and every employee gets the opportunity to vote. And they vote by ballot, and they put the ballots in the bags, and they send them back to central office. We count them. Those votes are stored in my office in my filing cabinet. And that's how we come up with the winner by school staff vote, and it was calendar 2 this year. So unless you have any questions, I would ask that you approve our calendar for our 23-24 school year.
All right, You heard the recommendation from the superintendent to approve the calendar for the 2023-2024 school year. Can I get a move?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. That vote is carried unanimously.
Okay, yes. I'm glad that's not on mine. You have a copy of the updated protocol for the COVID. The Candy Thompson updates that, and, she had updated it and wanted me to get it in your packets so that you can see what the latest requirements are. And so you all have a copy of that, so I would recommend that you, approve the, COVID exposure protocol.
So just for clarification, this follows what the state
Yes, yes.
is doing currently.
Yes, she calls the state health department and the Clark County Health Department for input, and then she puts these, things together.
Okay. All right, you heard the recommendation from the superintendent. Can I get a move?
I so moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. That vote is carried unanimously.
Okay, and D, under new business, just to explain the textbook, process, we have to wait for the state, board to approve the adopted textbook list for this year, and it's a lengthy list, so we don't have to supply you with that list. However, all we usually do is ask you to approve the entire list. So if there's something on there that the textbooks committees in the schools wanna buy, then they have autonomy to buy anything on that list. So I would recommend that you approve the state adopted textbook list.
You heard the recommendation from the superintendent. Can I get a move?
Move.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. That vote is carried unanimously. All right, any questions or comments from the board members?
Yeah, I'd like to make an announcement. I'm announcing that I'm resigning from the school board. I actually resigned back in January, but she told me, my superintendent told me I need to go ahead and announce that, so I'm announcing tonight that I'm resigning from the school board after 20 years of service, of tenure, and I am, excuse me, this is probably killing me. I have enjoyed my service on the board. I've worked with some good superintendents and some good board members during my 20 years, and I just want to appreciate all you have done for the school, and also I want to pray that we keep our kids on the agenda first. You know, make sure that they are first on our agenda, because we are all about the kids here at Thomasville City School, and I just want to appreciate you for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall, and we appreciate you and your 20 years of service, and we will celebrate you soon. And I did make him tell y'all tonight, because the mayor called me, and the city council appoints our board, so they've got to work on appointing somebody to replace him, and that will happen at their next meeting, and they do a live stream. So it's going to be on the live stream, and I didn't want people to run around saying, well, I hadn't Marshall told anybody. I wanted him to have the chance to tell you himself that he is resigning. So we appreciate you, Marshall.
I pray for the school that it be successful.
Thank you, Marshall. We appreciate it. Like Marshall said, our goal here at Thomasville City Schools is to put our kids, students first. But this board also realizes for us to do that, that we have to put our teachers first. And support staff of the year, teachers of the year, thank you, and we really appreciate everything that you do. All right. Any media questions pertaining to tonight's agenda? All right. Given no other items on this afternoon's board meeting, we'd like to call this meeting adjourned.